Good evening and thank you for joining us on the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria. I'm your regular guide, Gabriel Ojile. Tonight on the program, our focus will again be on the major research breakthroughs achieved by Nigeria Agricultural Research Institutes. This time around, attention will be on research institutes carrying out researches into cash crop farming, value addition, and how the outcomes have impacted in the agricultural space and the nation's economy. Details of this will come shortly, but before then, let's begin the program with news from the diary of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Do stay tuned as the program unfolds. From the north to the south of Nigeria lies over 70 million hectares of arable agricultural land, a country teeming with agricultural potentials, where crops like rice, maize, wheat, sorghum, cassava, yams, fruits, and vegetables thrive. Vast opportunities abound in cash crop production like oil palm, cocoa, cashew, rubber along the value chain, and a temperate weather for healthy livestock rearing. Invest today in production, processing, and marketing of agricultural produce. Invest for wealth creation, job opportunities, and upliftment of livelihoods. Agriculture in Nigeria, where return on investment is guaranteed. In the lineup on News Diary, Agric Ministry to unveil new strategy to develop oil palm in Nigeria. Also, Agric Ministry inaugurates ESCO of Senior Civil Servants Association of Nigeria. Stay tuned for these after the break. In an effort to reposition the oil palm value chain in Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has taken steps towards unveiling of a new strategy to develop the subsector.
This is designed as a phased intervention.
Speaking during a national stakeholders meeting for the joint development of the Nigerian palm oil production capacity recently held in Abuja, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, who was represented by his senior special assistant, Ibrahim Alkali, stated that the new strategy will focus on developing integrated oil palm estates across the oil palm producing states using the public-private partnership model to boost production as well as value addition of oil palm.
It's designed as a phased intervention, beginning with the establishment of 7 integrated oil palm estates, each covering 10,000 hectares across participating states. These estates are not conceived as isolated plantation. Rather, they are structured as complete economic ecosystems, combining primary production with processing, logistics, and community development.
Also speaking, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Marcos Solani Ogumbiyi, represented by the Director of Farm Input Support Services Department, Abana Waziri Abana, stated that the oil palm subsector is a critical aspect of the Nigeria agricultural sector, and the ministry would support every effort to reposition the oil palm industry in Nigeria. He further urged the state governments and the private sector to support the initiative.
Today's stakeholders meeting is therefore a critical step in obtaining the buy-in of state government, especially where oil palm is grown, and the cooperation of all stakeholders. I encourage all participants to engage openly, constructively, and patriotically so that Nigeria, we can make it a success.
In his presentation, the Managing Director, Mass Industrial Development and Logistics, Emmanuel Obiora Anyaralu, who initiated the strategy in collaboration with the ministry, stated that the strategy would give investment opportunities to all Nigerians across the country, including those that the oil palm is not grown in their states, to invest in the oil palm industry.
So we intend to set up, for example, a plantation in Bayelsa State and give 70% of the proceeds from that plantation to 50,000 Nigerians. These 50,000 Nigerians shall be drawn for the 36 states of Nigeria, plus Abuja inclusive, making it 37.
Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security Chapel of the Senior Civil Servants Association of Nigeria recently inaugurated its new executives to pilot the affairs of the union towards improving workers' welfare in line with the labor law.
What are the interests of the members of this association?
Speaking during the inaugural ceremonies, the Executive Director, Initiative for Citizens' Right, Accountability and Development, Barrister Hassan Lukman, urged the members of the executive to ensure that they work in line with the oath of their office.
So when we talk about union leadership, we are talking about those who have been saddled with the responsibility of protecting the interest of members of this union, and that is paramount. That's the first point. What are the interests of the members of this association? That must be well appreciated and understood. If we do not understand the interest of our members, we certainly cannot protect their interest.
To our newly elected executives.
Also speaking during the inauguration, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, represented by the Director, Federal Department of Agriculture, Bukar Musa, commended the outgoing executive and urged the new ones to lead with integrity.
To our newly elected executives, we extend our heartfelt congratulations. The responsibility before you is great, but we are confident in your capacity to lead with integrity, vision, and dedication, and copy from the exemplary leadership put out by the outgoing executive.
In his remark, the Chairman, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security Chapel of the Senior Civil Servants Association of Nigeria, Idachaba Daniel, assured the union of a purposeful leadership that promotes the welfare of members.
Under my leadership, we will pursue a 4-point agenda. The 4-point agenda is WISE, wise. W, welfare first. We will engage management constructively on timely promotion, training, duty tour allowance, safe working condition, and so many of them that we cannot mention here.
The members of the outgoing executive were given awards for their services. Cocoa, oil palm and rubber are key important cash crops that can be used to produce many products. This is made possible through research and innovation towards value addition. In our next segment record of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, we are focusing on some research breakthroughs in value addition of cocoa, oil palm and rubber. Keep watching.
Rubber Research Institute of Nigeria, RRIN, has made research breakthroughs in rubber value addition. The rubber tree has two major outputs that are useful in the industrial sector as well as other uses. These include the white liquid substance tapped from the rubber tree, which is called latex, and the rubber seeds that are produced by the rubber trees. After the liquid is tapped from the rubber, it can be sold in its liquid form or processed into rubber sheet. To achieve high standard of processing of rubber liquid into a more profitable form, the Rubber Research Institute of Nigeria has a rubber latex processing section.
Here is a pilot plant set up by the Rubber Research Institute to encourage, through demonstration, the value chain addition of our produce. Usually, when you tap rubber from the field, as I'm very, very sure you guys have seen earlier today, it is processed into raw materials that can be consumed by would-be manufacturers who are interested in using natural rubber as a base raw material in the production of rubber products, like your shoe sole, like your foot mats, and others. There are several products that you can get from rubber. And natural rubber being one of the most sourced raw material.
A farmer who wants to process the rubber fluid into rubber sheet has different methods to use depending on the type of rubber sheet the processor or farmer wants to achieve. These can be by smoking the rubber sheet or sun-dry the sheet.
We are encouraging all manufacturers who will be interested in consuming sheet rubber to make friends with Rubber Research Institute, that we can assure you of grade 1 rib smoke sheet with best practices as guided from international standards.
Rubber is used to produce tires, shoe soles, and many more.
You have the boots. These are rubber products. These ones are made from rubber. You have the hand gloves, tubes, and tires. They are all rubber products made from natural rubber.
Another aspect of rubber that was considered a waste is the rubber seed. The Rubber Research Institute of Nigeria has researched into the usefulness of rubber seeds, leading to the discovery that the oil from rubber seeds is very useful in the polymer industry.
So far, we've been able to establish the usefulness of the oil obtained from rubber seed, and from that rubber seed oil, we've been able to produce several industrial raw materials, especially those that are very, very useful in the polymer industry. We have epoxidized rubber seed oil, which is used as plasticizers in some other polymer processing. We have produced biodiesel from rubber seed oil.
The Rubber Research Institute of Nigeria has also discovered the usefulness of rubber seed oil in making oil paint and for other industrial purposes.
We have also done extensive work on rubber seed oil based acid resin. Now, acid resin is the major binder for gloss, the one they call gloss oil paints. And so we've done extensive studies in that regards, and we've partnered with some agencies like the Raw Material Research and Development Council, and we have been able to show how suitable the seed is in that regard.
Cocoa is a major cash crop and is the highest foreign exchange earner for Nigeria. This is because of the high demand for cocoa-based products like chocolates and cocoa drinks. With the volume of cocoa being produced in Nigeria, stakeholders are of the opinion that Nigeria would be better off producing and exporting cocoa-based products than importing the byproducts. The Cocoa Research Institute, CRIN, is at the forefront of developing several technologies that will not only increase and improve quality and quantity of cocoa production, but also add value to cocoa as a crop. Today, several cocoa-based products have been developed by this research institute.
In CRIN, we have done so many things with the help of our Hebrew Executive Director. We have been able to work on cocoa. Maybe I'll start listing them one after the other. From cocoa beans, we have been able to add value to produce cocoa wine. We have cocoa bread. We have chocolate gari. We have developed beverage from cocoa. We have the 3-in-1 ready-to-drink cocoa beverage also that already has the milk, sugar. You just open and add your hot water and start drinking. Apart from this, we have chocolates, which have been developed also. And among all this, we have various products that have been developed internally in CRIN here.
There is a whole department named Value Addition Research Department at CRIN, dedicated to transforming raw cocoa into other usable forms. The belief is that the cocoa money lies in value addition. Another research institute that has made research breakthroughs and innovation in value addition of cash crops in Nigeria is the Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research, NIFO. This is the Agric Engineering Division of Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research main station in Edo State. This division is charged with the responsibility of fabricating agricultural equipment for the processing of the Institute's mandate crops and for farmers and industrialists.
Before now, we all know that the drudgery that is associated with the traditional method of palm oil production was so enormous. Based on that, the federal government and FOA, that is Food and Agricultural Organization, through UNDP in the early 70s, they saw the need of establishing this department, that is Agricultural Enterprise Division, with other aspects of the institute, so as to remove the drudgery in oil palm fruit processing.
The equipment fabricated here are useful to farmers and processors to add value to oil palm at medium and large scales. Research by the Institute has proven that the oil farmers can get from palm fruits by using this equipment is 3 times more than the manual and old method of processing.
When palm oil is produced locally, the extraction ratio is normally less than 10%. At times less than 11%. When palm oil is produced, an extraction ratio is less than 11-12%. It's not economically viable. So we tell them that they should come and acquire our technology. If they don't have the money as an individual, they can form cooperative society and buy this technology. They can buy one, then they can now migrate to buy the second components and all that. So it is based on that we'll be able to convince some of them that patronizing the equipment, even sending some of their workers here for training. The advice we have for them is that they should just make up their mind to come for this technology.
At the Oil Palm Processing Unit of the Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research, NIFO, the palm fruits here were harvested from the NIFO palm plantation.
What we do here is to mill oil in a small quantity. That is why we call it small-scale processing mill. And so what we do here, we harvest. After the harvest, they bring the bunches, as I was explaining earlier. After 5 days, we quarter it and knock out. And now you can see the loose fruit now, after it has fermented and knocked out. So these fruits, loose fruit now, you can see it comprises of dirt, sparklets, many dirts are there. And so you need to be screened. And then for us to screen it, we must use this equipment called fruit screen. This fruit screen. You can see it as this being rotated. You will see that continue. The fruits will come out through that channel. Then the dirt will fall under the ground. So that's the function of that one, to remove the dirt from the loose fruits.
Aside the oil processing unit, NIFO has technology and product development department where other products are developed from the mandate crops.
When you refine, bleach and deodorize palm oil, you have what we call refined, bleached and deodorized palm oil. It's a product that contains both the olein and the stearin. So when you fractionate this product, you have olein and then you have stearin. This is palm olein and this is palm stearin. So a lot of the cooking oil products that you have in the market, like Mamador, King's, Power, they are based on this olein. Whereas the fat that they use for bakery purposes, the margarine that they eventually use, this is the raw material for making bakery fat. It's from palm stearin. They use it for making biscuits, and they also use it for making cake and bread. So when you process the bunches to get your palm oil, which you refined to these products. You have palm kernel. That palm kernel, you subject it to extrusion to give you palm kernel oil and palm kernel cake. So this palm kernel cake, this palm kernel oil. In Nigeria, we consume palm kernel oil. So it's a cheaper frying oil that we have in our markets in the country, in Nigeria.
Black oil produced from the palm kernel is also useful in the pharmaceutical industry.
The same thing happens with the black oil. The black oil is extracted from the palm kernel. You know the kernels, when you put them in a pan and you heat it, the oil seeps out. So that oil that seeps out turns black, you know, and the antiseptic property as well is also very strong and is used to control nappy rash in babies. So we have developed the oil and the powder and the soap from this product for use in infant formulations. So apart from that palm kernel oil, we have products from from used palm oil. That is the refined bleach and deodorized olein. After you have used it to fry, you have this black, used frying oil. So from here, we'll make biodiesel, or sorry, bioethanol, that can be used to power machines.
Farmers and processors are taking advantage of these technologies in value addition. Let us hear from them in our next segment, Farmers Speak. Keep watching.
Apart from this, that was produced in India, all these ones are fabricated here by the NIFO staffs. They've made the fabrication in their agric engineering. So we bought this thing from them there. Yeah.
And what do you use it for? And how
okay, this is a digester.
Compared to using of hand those days?
In those days, it's either they use mortar. From the area I came from, they make kind of a boat where they put on rain boot. Even some, they don't even put on rain boot. After cooking and all those things, they march with their legs, their foot. But nowadays, we use this to digest. Assuming this thing is done now, you will see the process. We use the engine. The engine drives these ones. And this one we crush and make it to a place that you can now press there. Yeah, so it is easier and faster than the olden days.
I thank Rubber Research for adding value to our rubber products. When the issue of lower shift machine came in, we don't know that we can still produce sheet, binding rubber, glove, rain boot out of our product. It's through Rubber Research. When they bring the lower shift machine, they call all we farmers to the training. They train us, tell us now they want to add value to our rubber. There is a program. They even take us to almost 2-3 weeks, adding value to the rubber chain. So who attends that workshop, we praise Rubber Research from the beginning of his life to the end, because it's what I'm enjoying today. If you don't have, I can produce rubber band myself. You must buy rubber band if you don't buy rubber. If you don't buy later, you will buy rain boot. If you don't buy rain boot, you will buy glove. So all these are from rubber product.
Indeed, a lot of research breakthroughs have been made by Nigerian research institutes, and it is incumbent on industrialists to join hands with the research institutes to popularize the technology towards producing more and to eat what we produce. This is why we call it a day on the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria. Join me again next week, same time, same station, for another interesting episode of the program. I am Gabriel Ojile. Good night.